I'm sat alone in a boggy marsh, totally motionless except for her heart. Mud flowed up into lumps, pajamas. She totally confused all the passing piranhas. She's loved.
All right, guys, it is episode 4 of Dude, Where Is My Life? And I'm Nikki,
This is Adam. Welcome to the show.
and we're yeehawing over here.
Well, I was planning on starting out with a cow incident, but that got preempted a little while ago. I was waiting for you outside to show up as I do because it's nighttime and I'm a gentleman. And you weren't here yet, so I walked about 50 feet away from my apartment, just walking around, and I started walking back towards my apartment down the sidewalk. And walking the other way towards me, there was a girl, but she didn't have a dog. Usually if someone's walking around here, they have a dog.
Did she have a cow?
No, she's just walking. So I started calculating ahead of time that when I got to my apartment entrance and I would be turning left, she would be about 20 feet from there, and it would kind of look like I'm turning right into her path.
Yeah.
So I could have done that, or I thought, well, maybe I could walk past her and then turn around and go back to my apartment to not make her nervous. But then if she saw me doing that, that might look weird also. So sure enough, I got to where I'm getting towards my apartment and I start veering over to the left and she just stops dead in her tracks.
It's the most uncomfortable feeling ever, too. Like,
So I said, it's okay. I promise I live here.
I promise I live here.
I was pointing to my door, not just here in general, but I was pointing right to my door. It was there. And I stepped up on the patio and she goes, oh, okay. And she kind of laughed. And I said,
This man walked up to a door. He must live here.
Yeah, I guess I could have been just pretending to walk up to the door. So anyway, I said, hey, I like to walk around too. And she said, yeah, I like doing that. And I said, okay. And it was a little friendly thing. And I just left it at that. And I think she felt okay after that.
So you're basically getting a parking lot date like we talked about last time. That's basically what's happening.
I'm basically trying not to look like a stalker.
But you're getting a parking lot date, so it's okay.
Yeah, well, so anyway.
I promise I live here. That is so funny.
So I had another cow thing. I was going to the gym, of course, and I'm driving up that hill, and I was looking to the right, and there were no cows there, and I looked to the left across the street.
Damn cow.
And I see 2 full-grown cows sitting there or standing there eating, and I thought, all right, I'm in a rush to go to the gym because I'm behind schedule, but I'm going to do this. So I did the U-turn. I came back. I pulled down that little side street there into the apartments, and then
Save the cows again.
I got on the phone and called the police, and they said someone already called, so they had someone on the way. So I said, okay. I walked over towards the cows, but I kind of looped around on the road because I wanted to make sure they didn't walk into the road. And as soon as they saw me, they started walking away from the road and down this grassy embankment. And they looked at me. I swear they looked at me like, all right, you're the dude who called the cops on us. We're just...
You're the snitch.
Yeah, I thought they were going to look at me in total fear, but they just gave me that look like, you jerk.
How can you ruin our fun like this?
And they walked down this embankment, and there was a waterway that went under the road. And they walked into the water. It's bigger than a stream, but smaller than a river. So I don't know exactly the cutoff point where a stream becomes a river.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you that either.
But I call it more of a river because it wasn't really shallow and rocky. I mean, it was shallow enough for the cows. And they walked back underneeth. And then the police showed up and they asked me if I knew where the cows were. And I said, well, they just walked back
Isn't
under
that your
there.
job?
Well, I was helping them. I was being a friendly Texan to the cops. And yeah, apparently there's a waterway. So I don't think they crossed the highway. They just came underneath and came back up.
Dude, those cows don't give a shit. They just don't. They rule this whole area, and it's fine. It's their world. We're just living in it.
That's fine. They were having a good time. And I made my way up to the gym, and I wondered if you call 911 a number of times.
On a cow.
Or whatever. Do you get put on some list? Because...
You're on a cow list.
Yeah, I'm on the cow 911 list. I don't know how that works because The only time I've really called 911 before,
It's on cows.
no. Well, it's usually when I've been working at a bar,
Yeah,
and there was
yeah.
a really, really drunk person that definitely couldn't
Yeah.
drive, and I had to get the police to help stop them. So it's been a while since I called 911.
So you're on drunk people and cow list. That's it. I
Yeah, pretty much.
feel like this guy loves cows and drunk people.
That's where my life is going.
That sounds great. I'm super happy for you.
On the animal subject, I have a dog update. So remember there was the crazy dog that is kind of annoying?
Yeah.
So twice this week, as I was walking out my door, down the patio, the dog and his owner were walking right around the corner. Just perfect timing where I couldn't avoid him.
And it's not when you wanted to avoid the other person, or I guess you didn't want to avoid the other person, the lady.
No,
the
I-
lady friend.
yeah, that
but you
would've been
wanted
fine.
to avoid this person. It's the exact opposite.
Yeah, well, I want to avoid the dog more than the person.
Yeah,
And I think I did some calculations. I calculated the total minutes in the day, which is 1,440, I think, divided by, I'm going to assume I walk out that door 10 times a day. So the odds would be 144 to 1 then, right? That I would meet that dog within a 1 minute window,
yeah.
but it was more like a 15-second window. So that brings it up to about 600 to 1 that I would meet the dog, but he might go by there twice a day. So I'm going to say the odds are 300 to 1 that I encountered that dog right when I did.
This is a lot of math. Yes.
Well, yeah, sometimes if I have a little extra time. Anyway,
You just do math. I just do basic algebra just for fun.
well,
Funsies.
I was thinking, why can't the world be better to me? Why can't, at that moment, some cute, nice, honest, intelligent girl who likes me be walking around the corner
Run into me in a
and
parking
run
lot.
into me? And then I guess maybe I blew it. Maybe the girl who was walking down the sidewalk, that was that opportunity.
Yeah, the sidewalk girl was it. That was
Yeah.
her. That was your one chance. You're gonna be alone now. Unless she comes back. Unless she happens to walk across the sidewalk again.
Well, I hope she walks back when I'm walking you out, so she sees me with a girl.
Oh, that'd be amazing. And
Yeah.
I would definitely wingman for you.
Oh, cool. I appreciate that. Did you have some dog thing? I think you were telling me.
Did I have a dog thing?
Yeah, I thought you said your dog did something weird.
Oh yeah. So he's basically Charles Manson reincarnated, and he has decided that he's going to start his own satanic cult, and it's terrifying. And I'm stuck at my apartment because the person that I live with travels for work, so I'm stuck there by myself in this apartment with this dog. I woke up a couple mornings ago, and my dog had went into my bathroom because I normally never keep my my bedroom door open, so you can't get into my bedroom or my bathroom. But I left it open, and I woke up, and he had put all of his toys around in a circle, and then put my ex's hoodie over it. And I was like, this is satanic.
Was there a candle burning in the middle of it?
Thank you. And then I did the same thing. The very next night, he slept with me in the bed, and I woke up, and I was covered in a circle of animals, of stuffed animals, and my ex's hoodie, again, on top of me. And I don't feel like this is natural or safe, and it probably should not be tolerated. And then my mother, his grandmother, is sitting there saying, oh, I just bought him a new alligator stuffed toy. And I'm like, why? You're just contributing to the satanic circle cult. Like, I don't know what's going on here, but it's definitely something that's not safe and not habitual.
Well, maybe he wants you to quit your day job.
And just take care of him.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to.
Yeah, that'd be
I would
nice.
love to. Like, please pay me.
Well,
I don't require much.
he likes you. I mean,
It's creepy. It's very, very creepy. He's just a weird dog. He's just a very, very strange animal. I've never met anything like him before, and I'm terrified of him. And if y'all don't hear me next week, it's not because Adam kicked me off the show. It's because Bruce kicked me off my life.
so he's a little bit of a stalker.
He's Charles Manson and Andrew Tate combined together.
All right. Well, we'll leave it we'll leave it there for now and see if we have episode 5.
If I do have an
With the same
episode 5,
person.
like I said, if I'm not here next week, it's not my fault.
So, speaking of stalkers, well, not stalkers, but I met up with the cat a couple times
Oh,
since the last show.
well, you're the stalker.
I don't know. Let's see. I think I encountered him just wandering around one time. Mm-hmm. And then another night, I think he was the stalker because I was getting in my car around 11:30 or 12.
You should jump in with you.
I was about to drive to a
Take
bar.
me away.
And all of a sudden he comes running through the parking lot.
He wants to just go to the bar with you. He's just trying to be a bro.
Yeah, well, I get it because it's been pretty hot. We're in Texas. If our
This
people
poor
far away
cat's
don't
burning
know, and
up.
it's like 105 degrees. So I think during the daytime lately, he's been chilling inside, and then
Yeah.
he's been, then he gets out at night and it cools down. He's got those cat nighttime juices flowing, and
Cat nighttime juices.
yeah, they get all excited, and
Is,
he saw.
is that when they get excited?
Yeah, they do. He saw me walk into my car and he got excited. So I've been keeping up with the cat, nothing too weird. I'm sure he's spending his time at home. I'd say right now that there's an open relationship going on with the cat and his owner. The owner's his main person. I'm kind of the side person.
Yeah.
And
Welcome to the club.
yeah. And maybe there's other people I don't even know about, but
There might be.
I like
There
to,
probably is.
I like to think I'm the only one. So, something weird happened at work with you the other day, you were saying, right?
What weird thing?
Well, you're trying to do Uber Eats
Oh, yeah, and I got anxiety.
from ordering Uber Eats.
Yeah, because, like, God forbid anyone knows that I eat a sandwich at work. You can't do that. You
Okay.
cannot do that. And so I was trying to gas myself up, just thinking I'm a queen. I can order this sandwich. It's fine. It's no big deal. My boyfriend, or whatever we call him, is telling me, you can do this. You don't have to worry about it. Order the sandwich. You're hungry, because I was starving.
Wait, do people not eat during the workday there?
No, everyone else does, which is the weirdest thing. But it's just an anxiety that I have because I don't know why. I just do. Like, I don't want people knowing that I'm a human, that I do human things. You can't. No, God forbid. God forbid. And so I was trying to order Uber Eats, and then my phone turned off, and then it turned back on, and then it went to a web browser, and
Okay.
and there was some sexually explicit content playing, but like very loud. And my office is like so quiet, so quiet. You could hear a pen drop, and then all of a sudden you just hear my explicitly sexual content on.
Is
play.
that the default browser on your phone?
Yeah, apparently, I guess it was. Like, it usually doesn't happen ever. This is the one time I was so embarrassed because I'm usually so good about, like, making sure that, like, my ear pods are plugged in and whatnot. But, like, because my phone turned off, like, I've been having viewers. I have an iPhone 7, so she's on her last leg, and I can't keep a charge over like 4% right now currently. So I'm not used to like not having my phone turned on all the time. So because I had to turn my phone back on, it just like automatically started playing. And it was so bad because everyone heard it. Literally everyone in the office, and everyone just not even like a side eye, just like a straightforward eye. Like, what the fuck was that? I was, nothing.
Well, I have a feeling that some people are going to be mad at you, and then
Some people are gonna
you
laugh.
might be getting asked out a lot.
Yeah, maybe I can get a new boyfriend. We never know.
Yeah, because I know you don't have enough stuff going on, so
Yeah,
you definitely need
definitely
to.
I definitely don't have enough drama going on in my life right now. But yeah, it was absolutely traumatizing. And then on top of that, I looked down because I'm ashamed, and that's what you do when you're ashamed is you look down, and I realized my pants are on inside out.
That would be pretty tough for me to do because you'd be putting them on. Are they just?
They were
sweatpants
yoga
or-
pants.
Okay.
Yeah, they weren't like jeans.
Okay.
I feel like if you put jeans on inside out, like that's hard to do.
Yeah, because I imagine Just
full ass jeans.
yeah, well, these are fitting weird today, and then you'd put your
The
fingers
button's
down to
not
button them,
working.
and then your hands would be crossed over. You'd be like, why are my hands crossed over? What's going on here? Am I
No,
wear-
they were just yoga pants.
am I wearing girls' jeans? What's going on here?
They were just yoga pants, but I didn't realize that I woke up late that morning, and so I guess I just put them on just to get out the door really quick, you know? And I realized that they were on at 1:30 p.m. after I just played porn on my phone because I had anxiety from ordering a sandwich on Uber Eats.
Well, I guess people would see the inside-out pants and be thinking, man, I bet she had to put her pants on in a hurry because who knows what was happening.
Because she had anxiety about a sandwich, obviously.
That's not where I was going, but we'll go with that. That would never happen to me for
Multiple reasons.
various reasons. First, I don't know how to get porn on my phone.
You don't?
No, I actually don't look at porn.
Oh, that's good for you because
get-
it's a bad habit.
Yeah, I'd rather. I don't know. I have this thing in my life where I think at some point I will have a girlfriend again,
Yeah.
and I'll be able to do things in person with an actual other person.
Yeah, so
So-
you don't want to watch other people.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think. Okay, if I don't do that, if I don't watch that, I'll have the actual thing.
So you're okay. I get that. I get that.
So whatever girl is lucky enough to go out with me, I think it's lucky enough.
You never have to worry about me watching porn, babes.
She'll know. Well, she'll know that it's her. She'll know that she
Yeah.
is.
I understand that though.
I was gonna say she is the porn, but that doesn't sound good either. I don't know. she is the one that. I'm just gonna finish that sentence later. Well,
Yeah,
Figure
it's
out-
fine.
yeah.
It's fine. We'll figure it out.
yeah, when I'm ranting,
Episode's 5.
when I'm railing on about something that you're not listening to, figure out an end to that sentence.
Episode
for me.
5. It's fine, guys.
But other reasons really are, I've never ordered Uber Eats before in my life.
It's terrifying.
Well, here's my goal. My first Uber Eats order, I want to do it at this particular bar I go to down the street that has food.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go there and sit at the bar and order Uber Eats from that bar.
I've done that before.
You have?
Yes.
Damn, I thought I was the first.
No, you're not.
Okay, so,
You're not.
so I'm not the inventor of that.
There was one time I ordered Uber Eats from 3 different Taco Bells, and every single it tells you, it informs you like, hey, your Uber Eats person is showing up at this time, right? And all 3 of them were showing up at the exact same time, and this was during the quarantine, and it was the most terrifying thing in my whole
Oh,
life.
they delivered to your house?
Yeah, they delivered to your house, and all 3 of them were supposed to show up at the exact same time, and they were all showing up from the exact same Taco Bell because.
Well, that's kind of weird.
But my phone glitched. My phone glitched 3 times, so it paid for it 3 times in a row. So I had 3 different people ordering or delivering the same exact food to me 3 times in a row. And I told my ex, I was like, I'm gonna kill myself. I can't do this. This is too much to deal with.
And then I'm sure when the thing came to ask for a tip, instead of a tip, you just sent them porn, right?
Yeah, I just sent them porn. That's all I did. Yeah, and then I was like, don't play this in front of your coworkers. Who is your car, I guess. I don't know.
Your car. Okay, so there's a slight misinterpretation. My idea was to go to this bar and restaurant and order Uber Eats while I'm there to be delivered there. And
So they come to pick it up and then drop it off to you at the bar?
yeah, so I'm thinking of this one bar, and there's the kitchen door
Please
at the
do
one end
this.
of the bar, and then the bartender gives the pizza to the Uber Eats guy.
And then he hands it to you?
He walks down the other end of the bar, yeah. So,
If you don't do this, I swear. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
so that's one of my goals, and
That's a life goal.
yeah,
I feel like you've made it in life at that point. You can just retire.
yeah, with the focus I have on things like that, it's definitely a wonder I don't have a girlfriend, but
You just have to keep hanging out in parking lots. It's been working for you, clearly. It's been working for you, so you're fine.
so I was at this particular bar I was thinking of doing it at. I don't want to say the name because I'm not protecting the innocent. I just don't want them to know if they're listening.
Yeah, because then they'll know in on your secret.
So my friend Rachel was there, and it was her birthday a couple days before, so I went up there and bought her a couple drinks. she had more drinks than me, so she couldn't drive. So we drove back here to have a couple more. Mm-hmm. And she lives the same apartment, it's just the other side, a half mile away. So we had a couple drinks, and it was late at night, so I was walking her home, and I talked to her about how lately people seem to fall down around here when they're walking with me.
Oh my God, I have a story about that too.
Or almost fall down. For instance, a friend of mine, we were leaving the bar, and it's actually partially your fault because
Is it partially my fault? Why is it?
well, he was at the bar waiting for me, and then we did the show, but the show we did it later than expected. So
Oh yeah, that's definitely my fault.
So I walked up there, and he had enough to drink, and he was leaving just as I was getting there, and I said, "Hey, you want to go back in for one more?" And then we had one or two more, and went to the next bar, and we were leaving, and then he stumbled going out the door, kind of not right out the door, but there's some weird rocks near the fountain and everything.
Oh, not the fountain rocks. He got trapped in the fountain rocks.
And then I was telling her about that, and how when I was walking around sometimes with Vanessa, my ex, that I would make, if she was drunk, I would make a sudden turn sometimes. Not really a sudden turn, but she just didn't expect it. A lot of the time she was holding my hand, but one time she had a drink in her hand instead, and then she almost tripped and spilled her drink. So me and Rachel were walking, and then a rat ran in front of us, like several feet up, which they do around here. It's no big deal. And I said, "Ooh, there's a rat." And then a minute later, she goes, "Ooh, there's another one." And I didn't get a good view of the second rat. And sometimes there's these big lizards around here too.
Yeah.
So I said, "I think that was a lizard." And she said, "No, that was a rat, Adam." She got all mad, and all of a sudden I looked, and she was on the ground.
Was it a lizard or a rat? We'll never know.
I don't know. She was turning to me, and when she turned to me to yell at me, she stepped off the sidewalk.
And she stepped off the curb. I love that. I love that. That's hilarious. Poor lizard / rat / Rachel.
Yeah, so there's all kinds of crazy animal things going on around here.
Yeah, there really is, though. There really is.
I did get hit on at a grocery store.
Ooh, not a parking lot?
No, so I was working out. It was a Friday afternoon. I was a little bit behind schedule as usual. I think I was behind schedule because of the cows, actually.
Because you were too busy trying to save the cows of the world.
Yeah, so that put me behind schedule for my workout. And then I went to the grocery store. Well, actually, on the way to the grocery store, first I stopped at Taco Bell because Taco Bell, not just for pre-workouts, but for after workouts.
Post-workouts and during workouts.
Yeah, that was my little Taco Bell thing to keep them interested in signing me. So I went to Taco Bell, went to the grocery store. I was wearing my Aerosmith shirt. I'll have to backtrack a little bit. So my work uniform is, you probably don't know it, but I wear a rock and roll style t-shirt every day.
Like your Bon Jovi shirt you're wearing.
Yeah, I'm wearing a Bon Jovi shirt right now.
Yeah.
So I'm known for that now. So my lineup is, there's Bon Jovi, Journey, Van Halen, ZZ Top,
all the classics.
Jimi Hendrix, Doors, Led Zeppelin.
The Kinks?
I don't have the Kinks yet. We'll go over that later. So, also, and then I wear my non-slip shoes with reasonably cool socks.
Yes, we know about your socks.
Yeah, well, we don't know. We've talked about it, but we haven't.
We've mentioned it.
Yeah. And then I wear jorts also. Mm-hmm. So this is going to go off on another little tangent. Years ago at work, I wore jorts as a bartender because...
What are jorts?
What are jorts?
Yes.
You don't know?
Jean shorts?
Yeah, jean shorts.
Oh, man. You wear jean shorts?
Well, as a bartender, they're really good because the bottle openers...
They're durable?
Yeah, well, compared to cargo shorts, when you're running around back there behind the bar, the cargo shorts have the big pockets and things sticking out, and they could get caught on the bottles and everything. But the jorts, they're slimmer fitting. They don't have things sticking out. And the back pockets fit your bottle opener in there. So when I would buy the jorts, I would actually bring my bottle opener with me to the store
to make sure it fit.
Yeah, because you want it to be a smaller back pocket so that the bottle opener is sticking out.
Doesn't fall out.
Right. Anyway, it turns out that Wrangler is the shorts that fit me good, and they have the right pocket and everything.
The jorts, they're the jorts, the goats of the jorts.
But anyway, I did that years ago, and it seemed like jorts disappeared for years.
Yeah, for a good reason.
And then several years ago, I started kind of finding them again. And it
Yeah,
seems like
they're
after
coming
I
back.
started wearing them to work, all of a sudden they became more popular.
Yeah.
And back then you hardly even heard the word jorts, but the words started coming back and everything. So, I don't know if you can tell where I'm going right now. I think I have a big part in bringing jorts back.
You are definitely the creator of jorts.
I know people might be thinking, well, there's different brands, like there could be Levi's or Wrangler or whatever.
No, it's all you.
Well, what I'm saying is, so jorts is a style made by, Wrangler makes them, Levi makes
Yeah.
them, like I just say, and maybe some knockoff that Target has
Yeah.
or whatever. But I think there's actually, on the hierarchy, a jorts organization above the jean companies.
Oh, it's
Yeah, so I'm putting my hand up higher for people who can't see because it's radio. There's jorts. Underneath there's the companies like Levi, Wrangler, and then there's the jorts style underneath. So I think I don't have conspiracies about everything, but I think
Definitely
there's a
jorts.
jorts organization that's controlling things.
yeah, like it's like God, what is it called?
Kleenex, I don't know.
No, not Kleenex. The Illuminati. It's like the Illuminati, but with jorts.
Yeah, probably not quite as big, or
Yeah, it's a little bit smaller
I
scale.
don't think it goes as far back or anything. But I think jorts, the organization, owes me some money.
They definitely do. Because you were wearing them back in the day, and now.
Right. So I'm not really the only one, possibly, because I was on vacation this last summer, and I was telling my nieces about it, and they said, well, our dad, which is my brother, who lives in Florida, was actually claiming that he brought jorts back into
So you have
popularity.
to kill your brother now.
So
You have to kill your brother. That's the only way that you're getting into the jorts Illuminati.
So I was thinking, what are the odds of the other person bringing them back happening to be my brother?
Your brother of all people.
And then in the movies, the person who's kind of popularized jorts in recent years and brought them back is The Rock. So I think
Oh yeah, because he was wearing the jorts in that one picture.
more than one, and I think he adds the fanny pack thing to
Oh,
it.
the fanny pack with the chain. Yes.
Does he? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
He's a little bit tougher than me or stronger than me, probably.
Not very much so. Not very much. I promise. You could probably take him.
So he might be a little more confident to wear the fanny
I think
pack.
he's fine. He literally starred in Disney movies. How hard can he be?
So anyway, I'm just going to say that the jorts is divided into 3 sections. My brother's got the East Coast, I've got Middle America, and Rock's
he's
got the
got
West,
the West Coast.
Yeah. Which,
And that's all that matters.
yeah, and in one of his movies, the West Coast fell into the ocean, I think. So
In Hawaii?
no, that San Andreas movie, I think,
The
in
San
California.
Andreas
yeah.
movie?
Yeah, it fell into the ocean.
Yes, it's fine. Like, the Rock is doing great. And
Uh,
so are you, and so is your brother, and y'all should equally partition the jorts, I don't know, economy. I feel like it's an economy at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you've rambled on about the jorts for enough. I think I have to get back to my story now.
Yes.
Okay.
I forgot we had a story.
So, what? Okay, so I'm in the grocery store and I'm wearing my.
Are you wearing your jorts?
No, I just worked out. So I only wear the jorts at work.
You mean to tell me you don't wear your jorts to your workout sessions?
I think 40 hours a week is enough for my pair of jorts, right?
They're putting the work in.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm wearing my gym attire. I'm wearing my shorts.
Yeah.
And my Aerosmith shirt. So the Aerosmith shirt
Yeah.
had seen enough work as a work shirt, and it got some holes and was fading a little bit. So I cut off the sleeves, and it became the gym shirt now. Mm-hmm. So I hear a voice say, "Oh, I love your shirt, Aerosmith. My brother loves Aerosmith." But it wasn't a girl; it was a guy telling me that. So at this point.
Well, you got hit on by a guy, not a girl.
Well, I'm used to people saying I like your shirt because people at work say that all the
Yeah.
time. So it's just a normal thing for a guy to say I like your shirt.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, okay, thanks." He's like, "Yeah, my brother, he lives in Austin. He comes up here to see concerts all the time, and he loves Aerosmith." And,
Do you want to hang out? Like,
and I was in a rush, and he said, "So you seem like what other artistic endeavors are you into? Do you play guitar or anything? I said, no, I don't play any instruments. I wish I did, but...
What?
And he kept questioning me, and I wasn't really thinking about him hitting on me. I was just thinking, okay, who's this annoying person who wants to know?
Who asks random people about their artistic endeavors during a grocery store trip? Like, please leave me alone. I'm just trying to get my milk and my butter.
And I'm someone who... I have good manners. I'm nice to people, but I'm not afraid to end a conversation if I need to.
Yeah.
So I said, I have to get going. So I walked off, and I had to get a couple of other things. I started thinking, oh, that guy was hitting on me.
Yeah, he was asking you about your artistic endeavors. He's trying to hang out with you in the parking lot later.
So to confirm this, when I got towards the checkout area, he's up there talking to some other guy in his tank top, who was in pretty good shape. I said, yes, he's definitely hitting on the guys.
Oh yeah,
in the gym attire.
He's just like hanging out at the Kroger occasionally.
So I did get hit on, not by a girl.
But you got hit on.
Yeah.
It's better than nothing.
I don't know about that.
He asked about your artistic endeavors. Come on. That's an important thing to learn about. That is so funny.
So it made me think I was at work talking to these two guys at the bar. These two regulars are pretty cool.
Again?
What, at work?
Talking to two guys again?
Well, it's a neighborhood bar, so there are a lot of guys that go in there. But these guys I've actually hung out with outside of work once or twice. And I'm not going to give them... Well, I asked them if I mentioned them, what names they would want. And they gave me some kind of weird video game name. I don't know what the hell they said. Like... Car Man. I don't know what the guy said.
Car Man?
So I said...
So car man and truck man.
And one guy... The one guy was saying something that didn't make sense. The other guy is Indian. And the accent made it hard to say whatever he was saying. So I just said, okay, you're going to be Dos Equis Man and you're going to be Pacifico Guy. Because that's the beers they were drinking.
Yes, but as a bartender, people don't realize that. That's how we identify people. Like, if we don't know them... You're like, hey, this dude came up yesterday and he drank a Pacifico. Like, he was Pacifico Man. So that makes so much sense to me.
Yeah, and the Indian guy, I was going to try to give him a cool name because the couple times I've been with him outside of the bar where he was drinking, both times he told the story of how when he was back in India.
He was Car Man?
And they were at a bar and some weird guy took him on a moped ride into the jungle to see a wild lion that was out there.
So why wasn't he Moped Man?
Well,
he should have been Moped Man.
I was trying to give him the chance to be Lion Man or something like that. Something cool.
Lion and Tiger Man.
Anyway.
He chose Car Man.
I don't think I've ever had an Indian friend before.
Really?
Yeah, so this, if we continue to become friends... He will be my first Indian friend I could think of.
Yes.
I'm going to try to think back to my past at some point to see if there is anyone else, but that wasn't the point. What was I? Oh, so we were talking, I don't know how it came up, but one of them was talking about remembering the 8th grade dance.
Oh no, not the 8th grade dance.
Yeah, and
That's the worst.
I mean, I definitely wasn't the cool person in 7th and 8th grade.
No one was.
Well, there were people who were.
No, I don't
way.
believe that. That's a fucking lie.
I probably didn't have an actual girlfriend until after I graduated high school. So back in 7th and 8th grade, you can imagine how far back I was from being any type of cool
You can't
person.
even make eye contact.
But my goal was, there's me and a few nerd friends, and all we wanted was to get one, maybe two girls to have a dance with us. Didn't have to be much talking or whatever, just a dance. And, I was talking about that, how maybe if I was lucky, I'd have that one dance, and then the cool guys have their girls or their girlfriends, and they're going off somewhere and making out, and I just have a dance, and that's it, nothing else.
Yeah, at least you got a dance. I didn't even get a dance.
And is that because you're so tall?
Yeah, stop. How did you know? That's so mean.
Because you're about 5'10", right?
I'm 5'10", yes.
Yeah. So, were you 5'10" in 8th grade?
Yes, I was 5'10" in 8th grade. So that's exactly why I never got a dance.
Well,
because the guys were still like 5'6".
Well, when I walked in as a freshman in high school, I was 5'1", so...
See, so you know. So you know.
So in 7th or 8th grade, yeah, I would have been a full foot shorter than you.
We would have made a great couple, a great dancing couple.
But yeah, I was saying how, yeah, I just had that little dance interaction. That was it, and nothing cool was happening. And then the three of us were kind of thinking about that for a minute. And I said, you know what? At this moment, my life isn't any better than that. Because I might talk to a good-looking girl at the bar for a few minutes, and then she leaves and goes off with some cool guy, and then I'm just going home alone. So I'm like, this is still like the 7th and 8th grade dance.
It's because you didn't ask her to dance with you. That's why. You gotta ask her to dance. That's the key.
I asked the girl about her bag putting away form at the grocery store the week before. So
I feel like you're doing really good for yourself right now.
I'm doing some asking. I
feel like you're doing really good.
I might have made some more progress with the girl outside the apartment who thought I was...
You were abducting her cat?
No, not that one. The one who I stepped in front of.
Yeah, the one that you just thought that she was you were being abducted.
Yeah.
There's the abducting the cat lady, and then there's the abducting lady.
Yeah, maybe if
you just need to stop abducting people.
Well, she needs to see
or
me
animals
walking out of my door so she knows.
So she knows you actually live here.
Yeah, and I didn't do the old walk on and turn around. I like the way I said the old walk on the patio and turn around like it's some trick.
You just sit on the chair.
Years.
Just sit on the chair.
Yeah.
That's definitely been a thing, though. I swear to God, that's been a thing. That is so funny.
All right, so I did try to hit on a girl at work one night, and we had the karaoke going on.
Yeah.
So I think I've explained before, I work in the back bar. We had the DJ back during the weekends. In the front bar, the main area, there's the karaoke going on.
Yeah, you work with the cool kids.
Yeah. I probably talked about how I went up there and saw the guy singing the 16, You're 16, You're Beautiful and You're Mine song. I researched that song a little bit. Ringo did it in like 1970, I think. But there was a guy who did it in 1960 originally.
So it's fine.
It's probably not as bad as it seems because back then in the 50s, early 60s, the songs were made.
You were just allowed to like hang out with 16-year-olds. It's fine.
Well, I think the songs were made for high school kids, and the point of view was supposed to be like a high school guy singing it to his girlfriend.
I think you could just hang out with 16-year-olds in that time.
But, well, I do have an idea of maybe a weekly thing we could do, and I don't know if this is a good idea or not, called Save the Song. So.
Could we save a song?
Yeah, so where we find a song there that might be a little bit creepy, and
like
we change...
the one you just showed me?
Right. Well, so say the one that says, You're 16, You're Beautiful and You're Mine, we could change it to, You're Sincere, You're Beautiful and You're Mine. And now it's just a good song.
I already know which one I want.
Okay, well, we'll have to talk about that.
Oh, I already know. I'm ready.
You do?
I'm so ready.
This minute?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I say it?
Yeah.
Girl, you'll be a woman now. Or you'll be a woman soon. By what is his name? Girl, you'll be a woman soon. It's on the
Is it like Justin Bieber
No, it's on Kill Bill.
Oh, I don't know that soundtrack.
Oh my God, it's a very famous artist. Let me look it up real quick. I will
Okay.
find it for you.
All right. We might have to do that off camera, and then you could play it for me later, and then we'll...
Oh, I'm not going to play it for you because I can't ruin it for you.
Okay. Why was I talking about the karaoke thing? So I went up front just to see what was going on, and I saw this really pretty girl up there singing this really nice song. Mm-hmm. And she just looked kind of shy up there and humble, but she was singing very nice.
Yeah.
And
you liked her singing?
Yeah, I liked her singing, and she looked nice, but I said, well, that girl's a little too young for me, because she looked like she was 25 to 30, maybe. Mm-hmm. So a while later, I went up there, and she was singing again, and I started looking closer, and I thought, she might be older. She might be more like 40. I think the light caught her a certain way and made her look a little younger than she was. So I thought, yeah, she might be 40. I was looking at the people she was with, and they were mainly people in their 40s, maybe 50 or so. And
you read in the room.
Yeah, and that's more appropriate age for me. So I said to the waitress, hey, do me a favor, let me know if you think that girl is with anyone or not. So I went back in the back, we're bartending, all that stuff, and I came up a while later, and she said, She doesn't think she's with anyone, but her friends are just, she's talking constantly. Her friends are like on her. There's not really a good way I could go up and say hi or anything. And it was the end of the night, and I was thinking about how you told me I should have asked for the parking lot girl's number before.
Yeah.
I said, okay, I gotta make some kind of move here.
Yeah.
So
Be aggressive.
Right.
Be aggressive.
So I went up there, and the music was off, and she was standing there talking to a couple people.
Yeah.
And some little incident happened with some other people, so people were talking about it, and there were people talking to her just to talk, and other guys probably trying to talk to her to hit on her a little bit.
Yeah.
She was really cute, actually. She just had a really nice, pretty down-to-earth look, and I don't know, she just appealed to me. Mm-hmm. But I had to get her away from everyone else. So usually I do football analogies, but I'm going to do a turtle analogy for this.
A turtle analogy. I love it.
I'm not sure I've done a turtle analogy
I don't know
before.
if there's ever been a turtle analogy before.
So, sorry, I had to get a drink.
The first turtle analogy ever.
So you probably recall that on my first date with Vanessa, I took her to where I feed the turtles. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you know where the pond is over there, but there's like a 25-foot cliff or wall, and there's a fence
Yes.
there.
Yes.
So I stand up there, and I usually bring a few pieces of bread and a few bananas that I throw to the turtles.
Okay.
And I'll peel the bananas for them, of course.
Because you're respectful.
Right. And I'll throw some bread to the side because there's a bunch of fish there, too. So I throw the bread to one side to distract the fish. And then I'll break the banana sometimes in two pieces, maybe just one piece, and throw it there because I think it's maybe a little more nutritious for the turtles.
Yeah. What a respectful man.
Yeah, so I have a few banana pieces out there, and there's a bunch of turtles nibbling at it. Sometimes one of the turtles will grab one of the pieces and swim off with it real fast.
Oh, like the whole thing?
Yeah, or maybe a whole one might be too big. If he did that, it might break, but maybe a half.
Yeah.
And swim
But
off.
that's still big for a turtle.
Yeah, they'll swim off to the side. He's not going to eat the whole thing. He just wants to
He's
have
just
a little...
being greedy.
No, he just wants a little alone time with the banana. He just wants to relax.
Just wants a little alone time with the banana.
And then he might have a 5-10 seconds with it, and then the other turtles start catching up and jumping
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
So with this girl, I said, hey, have you seen the back bar? And she said, no, I didn't know there was a back bar. So I said,
you're like, let me go take
yeah, there's
you.
a back bar. You know, see, she said, yeah. So
So you were giving her your half a banana.
yeah, so I was trying to cut her away from the crowd so I could talk to
You
her
were
for a few
throwing her the
minutes.
banana. You threw the banana to the back bar and you said, go, bitch, let's go.
Well, I think more accurately would be she was the banana and I was bringing
and
her
she
to
was
the back.
and you were the turtle?
Yeah.
Okay, I get that.
And I was bringing the banana to the back.
Because you were like, I just want a little bit of time. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
And one of her girlfriends came back there too, so that was cool. So I was able to
So
talk.
you got two ladies and one banana.
And the girl I liked, she was a little drunk. But anyway, I was able to talk to her for a few minutes, and then the rest of the crowd started catching up. So the rest of the turtles
All
started
the turtles
coming back in.
started crowding. It was like a Ninja Turtle marathon.
Yeah, it was like people I would get out a sentence and ask her one question, she'd answer it, and all of a sudden someone else asked her something and someone else.
Oh,
And I was
that's
like,
so annoying.
man, they are like, everyone is like just wanting to talk to this girl. Girls got what the hell's going on
She
here?
must have been hot.
She was pretty, but there was just something about her that made her seem like
Yeah.
a really nice person.
Like very charismatic
And then-
or something. Like
Yeah, and I started realizing she had her hair pulled back, and I started thinking, yeah, she's kind of looks and acts like my ex-girlfriend, so I wasn't actively trying to find someone that looked like her. I think it just
happens. You have a
happened.
type. Everyone has a type.
And then her friends were taking her back up front because they were trying to get her to the car because they were driving her home, and
Yeah.
then a customer from the back had lost her phone, so I was trying to help this girl find her phone, and I said, did you look in the bathroom? And I said, you're not driving, right? She said, no, my friends are waiting for me. So I was kind of bouncing back and forth. I wanted to try to talk to the
Yeah.
karaoke girl again. And then the other girl who wasn't supposed to be driving, she was gone, so I went out to the parking lot, and I found her in her car, and she was about
Oh,
to drive
Lord.
off. So
Of course, always. Always. I'm not driving. I'm fine.
So I had to convince her to come back in and call her sister to come get her.
Yeah.
And then I went up front to see what the other girl was doing. Her friend was getting her in the car, and she wasn't driving, so that was a little good. So I didn't get the phone number. Everyone got in safe cars at least.
But hopefully she'll come back.
Yeah, hopefully she'll come back.
Because it seems like there's something about this girl.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if she feels the same way about me at all because she was a little drunk. I mean,
It's fine.
she wasn't falling, but
She wasn't falling chasing rats or lizards.
no, she wasn't quite there yet. But
Almost. Just almost.
I'm sure if I get her over here for a
Maybe
date,
for a turtle.
yeah.
Maybe for a turtle.
So anyway, the bottom line is I have been trying.
Yeah, I'm very proud of you.
So how about have you had any driving anxiety things happen?
Yeah. I mean, well, I always have driving anxiety. Like, I'm not a good driver. I don't know if you've seen my car, but there's like basically dents in all four sides because I'm just a terrible driver as is. And then on top of it, I have anxiety. So if I'm not actively hitting something, I am worried about actively hitting something. Or if neither of those things are happening, my dad is actively hitting my car. So I've had a lot of anxiety issues with driving. I hate driving. Like, I swear to God, I always tell people, like, if I had money, like, if for some reason I just, like, woke up one day and inherited a bunch of money, the first thing I would do is hire a driver.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I just don't want to drive anymore. It's not fun. People are not nice to me, and I'm not nice to people probably either. So,
How far is your drive to work?
about 25 minutes.
Oh, so you need to work someplace closer.
Yeah, I definitely do. Or just, like, not work at all.
Or are you liking your job anymore at all now?
It's okay.
All right.
It's okay.
I mean, the thing is, it may not be your forever job, but just the fact that you're doing something different,
Yeah.
you're learning stuff. So let's say, for example, you decide, hey, I want to take a couple classes, so I need to go back to bartending or something. Mm-hmm. And then a year later, you got some other job in an office or whatever. You would be smarter than you are. You'd have something on your resume that says I worked in office.
Yeah, that's important. And that's the important part too, is like my mom wants me to actively get another job right now. But I told her, I was like, I'm going to stay with this job for a year just because that way I can put on my resume, I worked in this office doing this job for a year, you know? Like,
Right.
It's important. Life skills are important.
Yeah, and here's where I'll give my advice, which is probably stuff your parents say. Have you gone to college at all?
Yeah, I almost have my bachelor's. I'm like two classes away from my bachelor's. I really should just go back and get my bachelor's, but unfortunately, what I got my bachelor's in wouldn't really progress me payment-wise.
It's like social work or something.
This exactly social work. How did you know?
Well, I mean, don't worry about that. What I tell people, if they're not sure where they're going with their life, just go to the community college and take a class.
Yeah.
And you'll feel better about yourself. At first, you may not, because you'll feel stupid because.
And that's what you're doing right now, right? Or you were
not
doing
during the semester, but I will be in the fall.
Yeah, and like I love that too. Like I always liked going to college just specifically because I feel better about myself whenever I'm learning something actively, you know? It just makes you feel good. Like you're doing something positive, you're contributing to the world, because right now with my job, I feel like I'm not contributing to the world at all because I don't even understand my job title. I don't know what I do. I just know I type things into a computer.
So I was thinking about you at work, and I was thinking that, first I was thinking office space, but I was like, no, thinking...
No, my job is office space. Oh my God, it's office space.
Well, also I was thinking, we'll do a Seinfeld reference, of course.
Yeah.
A lot of younger people maybe aren't into it or haven't seen it.
No, I love Seinfeld.
But George, the loser of the show, in case anyone doesn't know, he always gets...
George is not the loser. Don't you ever call him that.
He always gets these office jobs, and at the jobs, he doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
I have no idea what I do.
And you're the George Costanza of the office.
I really am. I really am. And that's so funny because that's exactly what I told my parents. Like, after, 3 months of me working there, they were like, so how are you liking the job? And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I do. I have no idea what I'm doing. All I know is I type things into a computer, and I print, and occasionally I have to send an email.
Yeah, I feel like the George episodes where he's just organizing a file.
So the George episodes are the best.
And then at some point, he's got to have a report on the boss's office.
Yes. And he's like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
And then when it finally comes down to the report, the boss is like, do you have any idea what you're doing here? He said...
He just typed, I do things and stuff.
Yeah. But anyway, it's good you're doing something. And then
Yeah, we should all do something.
when you do your resume, you'll be able to say,
I did something.
yeah, I did something.
I did some. I typed things.
I sent an
and
email.
I did stuff. I printed.
But I would take a Microsoft Office class.
Yes,
and
for
get,
sure.
and get more familiar with that stuff.
Yeah.
And even if it's 1 or 2 classes and 1 or 2 classes next semester, even if you have to go back to bartending or whatever for a little while.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of that stuff's online anyway. It'll just help you.
Bartending is online? Please tell me there's bartending online.
I think I'm at the classes, not the bartending.
Could you imagine bartending online? That would be amazing.
Yeah, I do have a business
I'm just
plan for
gonna
that. I'll go over with you later.
I'm just going to take care of it. I'm going to take care of you virtually. It's fine.
Okay, you need to not give away my business plans.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But
Don't listen to that.
I think I was actually trying to give advice, but when someone doesn't know exactly what they're doing with their life or they don't know what they should do, and I may be included in that, I always tell people there's 3 things you want to think about. You want to think about your brain, doing something to make your brain, your mind stronger, which could be a class. You want to take care of your body, which could be eating healthier, drinking
Working
less,
out, yeah.
working out, some combination of that. And you want to make sure you're making money because people...
You have to.
Yeah, you're always going to need money. So many people tell me, money's not important.
It's like the only thing that's important.
Yeah, I guess I could say that anyone who's ever told me that money's not important has always had more money than
Yeah,
me.
I'm like, have you ever had to eat top ramen? Like,
I have a friend who needs to go to the dentist and he can't afford it. And,
Exactly.
like, tell that person money's not important while his tooth is hurting all day long.
yeah, money's not the big deal. You have cancer, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need the insurance.
Yeah, you just have to have that clear state of mind.
Yeah,
But-
as long as you realize that money is not important, then you're gonna be okay. I promise.
I mean, that's what I would tell you right now. You need to think about
yeah.
something you want to do, even if it's not specific. Take a class. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
well, I think
summertime.
that even like this podcast has been helpful for me. I feel like this is stimulating my brain a little bit, and obviously, like the money, I do have a job, so I'm making some kind of money.
Right.
Not the kind of money I want to be making, but I'm making it. And then what was the third one?
Your brain?
Oh, my
Or
brain.
your body?
My body, yeah. We'll work on that later. That's a different thing.
Yeah, and some of that, it doesn't mean you have to work out hardcore. Some of it's just
Yeah.
a matter of...
Or like even like dealing with your anxiety and stuff.
Some of it's a matter of, okay, I'm not going to drink every day, or I don't know what
Exactly,
you
yeah.
do.
Or I'm
And,
gonna eat a banana
yeah,
or half a banana.
yeah, throw a few more healthy foods in there.
I'm gonna throw a banana in a pond, and that's gonna help my body.
Yeah, well, I mean, it illustrated to me what's happening when I talk to a girl at the end of the night.
Yeah.
But I mean, any of us who've been in bars at the end of the night, you know how it is because guys are dumb. Guys stay out later than girls. So at the end of
Yeah.
the night, there's usually way more guys than girls.
Just wandering the streets.
And there's a frenzy, like when sometimes Vanessa would come up to see me Saturday night, like 1 a.m, because we'd have the plan where she'd come up to see me and hang out.
Yeah.
And then she'd go home with me after work. And 1:30 comes along and here's a single girl sitting at the bar. There's just a parade of guys
Oh
coming
my
up
god!
one right after the other.
Especially the bar that you work at,
Yeah.
like the back bar,
Yeah.
is so bad. It's so bad. It's like filled with like 20-something-year-old men, and they're just hungry. They don't care. They don't care who it
Hey,
is.
they're all
what
different
it
ages.
is.
There's 30-year-olds, there's 40-year-olds.
Yeah, yeah, but it's always like I loved, and that's why I love coming to see you work back in the day, because I would just sit there and be a single girl watching you fend off these men, like, because they're so bad. But you were always so good at dealing with them, and they were everywhere, and I was like, how do you deal with this on a daily basis? But it was so entertaining to me. I loved it.
Yeah, there's good times, there's bad times. But
There's been times.
So I just want, if there's any girl listening who wants to go out with me and wants to know what awesome benefits she's going to get.
He can take care of you at
Yeah,
a bar.
Right. And
And he'll feed your turtles a banana.
and she's going to know that when she comes up to see me on a Saturday night, she's going to get hit on by every drunk guy in the place.
Yes, she's going to be the hottest female.
And yeah, she's going to have plenty of people wanting to know what she does for a living if she likes to talk about that.
She
And
likes to throw bananas.
there were a couple of questions I had for you. I wrote it down. Let me see what they are. Okay, so a couple things we learned about you last week. I picture, say some new guy goes out with you, and you're going out for a couple weeks,
Yes.
And he says, "Where are we in our relationship?" And I was just thinking how you said that if someone wants to talk about a relationship, you'll talk for 35 hours straight. And I was just thinking, man, this poor guy, it's like a Friday night, and he's saying, "Where are we in our relationship?"
And then like 35 hours later, he's just like stuck.
Next
and
thing
he's
he
like,
knows,
I
it's
want...
Sunday night, and I'm
He's like, I need to eat.
yeah, it's like, oh, I was gonna have a fun weekend, and now I got to get ready for work again
He's like, I
already.
gotta eat. I need sleep. What am I doing?
So let that be a warning for whoever's out there.
Yeah, don't ever date me.
And what's the other? Oh, also, if you are into running and you plan to get Nikki into any long distance running,
Never.
well, what we learned was that back when you were 10 or whatever, and you had to do the half marathon, you said they didn't even pay you. So I guess if
You have to pay me.
yeah, that's
If
what
you
we're
want me to
finding
go
out.
chase cows on the road, I'm gonna have to be paid.
Yeah, Nikki expects to be paid for distance running. So if you say, "Hey, honey, let's go do this charity 10K or
First
half
of all-
marathon,"
first of all-
she's going to want to know how much she's getting paid for that. And
There
they're
would never be anyone that I dated that ever thought that would be a good idea to tell me that we're doing a 10K marathon. 10K? That is crazy.
Well, that's 6 miles. 10K marathon is not really a.
That is
a
so
term,
much.
but-
That is so much length. No. I will literally run from the police, and that's it. And
All
that's
right.
out of necessity. From the
Yeah.
cows.
Yeah, they'd be so
I'm trying to
confused
abduct a cow, and I get caught by the cops.
because they'd be trying to explain to you like, no, you don't get paid to run. We pay $50 to enter this race, and you're like, no, I want to get paid to run.
People literally pay for that. It's so crazy.
Yeah, like
to
when
me.
I was 10 years old, they didn't pay us to run, and then
No, we paid to run.
yeah, and I also want to know what events there are where people are paying to watch 10-year-olds run.
I think we're gonna end up like Jeffrey Epstein. This is never mind, listener.
Yeah, why did we go there?
You just erase all those thoughts from your mind.
I don't know who that is. The only Epstein I know is Juan Epstein from Welcome Back, Kotter.
Exactly.
And I
Thank
don't know
you.
if you know what that is.
Thank you. No, but I'm about it. I'm about it.
Okay, I'll try to do a little subject change to get us off the hook. Welcome Back, Kotter is the TV show that John Travolta starred on before
John
he
Travolta is problematic too. Come on.
What?
John Travolta is so problematic. We're not safe.
John Travolta, why? Because he's the...
I thought he was like into like that kiddie stuff.
No, I think he's just into the...
He's into the cult thing.
the alien stuff.
Yeah, the alien stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well we love that. That's fine.
All right, so he might be your dog's favorite actor. I don't know.
Don't bring Bruce into this. You don't want that juju.
Anyway, I'm trying to think if there's anything else we need to do here. Sometime in the future, I want to talk about that guy, what a that guy is.
That guy?
Yeah, I'll explain.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. And then we still haven't got to my socks.
Yeah, I feel like your socks have been. It's fine.
Yeah, they've been put on the shelf, but that's okay.
Have they been put on an actual shelf? Do you have a sock shelf?
No, I have a sock drawer.
You have a drawer. Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure if you were a shelf or a drawer guy.
And I'll show it to you one day soon. I have a feeling by the time you see the drawer, I'll have already ordered another thing of socks.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll probably have ordered like 4.
Because with my cool outfit, my jorts, and my rock and roll shirt,
Not the jorts.
I try to make sure I have some reasonably cool socks to complete the outfit.
Of course, because if you don't have the reasonably good socks, then what is your whole outfit?